I just turned 32, which is a crazy thing. Yeah, thank you very much. Dang, everybody else doesn't give a shit? All right, let's go. Thank you. It's so nuts because, like, for me personally, 32 is a huge deal for me. It's a big year. Because, like, every significant person I ever met in my life, they were 32 or around 32 when I met them, you know? Like, my mom was 32 when she had me. All my mentors, when I was growing up, when I met them, they were all around 32, and they did everything. Taught me how to tie a tie, taught me about my history. They even are the reason I went to college, right? And they were all the same age as I am right now. What do? I tell dick jokes to people who don't want to hear dick jokes all the time. One person appreciates it, nobody else. That's the thing, right? So I have to be better. I was like, Nathan, this is serious. You got to make this world a better place than when you came into it. The next protest you see, I don't care what it is, you just hop onto that and you join that protest. Which is a tall order living in Portland, Oregon. Because first of all, Portland does not always protest the same shit that everybody else does in the rest of the country. So it's real hard to try and join a movement because you may not know exactly what that movement is all the way, you know? Like, this is the only place I've ever lived where you can be a pimp and a feminist ally at the same time. A pimp? Don't you ever call me a pimp. I am not one of those. If you want to call me anything, you call me freelance security. You understand? I'm not over these women. These women are over me. They're strong, independent women. I just hold their money for them, okay? I'm really more of a credit union if you think about it. So it's real tough, but last summer I found a protest in my neighborhood. I was walking down the street and I saw all these people protesting under these tall trees, these real tall trees. And it was so nuts. I was like, all right, this is it, Nathan. And this is my kind of protest. In the shade, I can protest in the shade all day. I only brought one shirt, I won't ruin it. That's awesome. It turns out like they were protesting the cutting down of those trees. A housing developer wanted to come in, cut those trees down, and put up another house, and the people in the neighborhood didn't want that to happen, so they were protesting those housing developers. There was even a dude that climbed up in the tree, so they actually couldn't cut him down. Yeah. But everywhere else in the country, they're protesting people getting shot, right? So that's what I thought it was. When I hurried over there, I jogged. I was like, all right, guys, I'm here. Give me a name. Give me a name to put on a sign to hold up like we were friends since high school. I'm ready to do it. And the dude running there goes, how about Dan? And I was like, Dan. Well, he sounds like he was gone too soon. I mean, look at all these people out here, all this energy, all for Dan. It's like Dan is still here with us. And the dude running it goes, oh yeah, he is still here with us. He's hanging up in the tree right now. And I was like, this is worse than I thought. Really? Is that how outrage culture works these days? You start the protest before the crime scene's even cleaned up? Why don't you take him down so he can be with his family at the very least? And the dude running it goes, oh, he's gonna stay up there as long as it takes. I was like, what kind of protest is this? And he looked at me confused. Then he looked up in the tree. Then he looked back at me and he goes, oh, you thought, oh, no, not at all. No, these housing developers want to cut these trees down, so we are protesting so they won't come and do it. Dan is up in the trees, so they can't cut them down while we're protesting. I go, oh. And I slowly back away, and I go home. Because it got too weird for me. It got way too weird. And it's not like I was against the trees. I definitely want the trees to stay up. I read the Lorax, I get it. I'm all in. It's just, all the houses had wooden furniture surrounding those trees, watching the whole thing. How could I protest in good conscience while that's going on, right? Like, you know there was an Adirondack chair just sitting on the porch like, this is some bullshit right here. You see this? For some 100-year-old trees, the hell with that. I was 200 years old, they still cut me down. They cut my mom down in front of me. I used to stand up tall and strong, now I gotta lean back like this, like I don't have any confidence. Somebody sits on my face every day. Terrible people who should never sit on anybody's face do it to me every day. That's how you write a wood joke. That's how you write a wood joke without any dicks in it. Just catch them all.